Hi, I'm Nicholas Hartlip, and this is my YouTube channel, the Model Minority Stereotype Project, where we talk about all things Asian American and academic. Today, I want to share how I use Google Alerts and Google Docs for research. Stay tuned. Hi everyone. I want to show you how I use Google Alerts and Google Docs for research. A first question might be, some people might be having, what is a Google Alert? So if you just go to Google, a Google Alert, according to here, monitors the web for interesting new content. Here's a Wikipedia. Let's see. A content change detection notification service by the search engine Google. The service sends emails to the user when it finds new results, such as web pages, newspaper articles, blogs, or scientific research. One thing that I found Google Alerts do is we have minimal amount of time, and so as someone, your research agenda, you want to be known as an expert for a niche or a certain topic, you should be aware of developing topics, the latest research, right? So you can set up a Google Alert. Here's mine. You might wonder, well, why do I have different colleges for my Google Alert and my name? Well, you want to monitor your name in terms of what does the web, what is the internet saying, and where is your name showing up for fraud, and also, to see if the media or certain universities are attributing you. These colleges are for research I'm working on for work colleges. They're work colleges, so I'm working on a book for work colleges, and that's why I have them here. You can also set up an alert about yourself with your Google account. So here you have examples. Some of these I should delete because they were projects I was writing on. So these are my alerts, but if you wanted to create an alert, let's say teacher impact, you see these key terms, impact and teacher, it's not there, but you could do something like this that might tighten it up a little bit. Teacher impact. Another you could do, Google has, you could do something like this, where all in title will give you examples where teacher impact appears in the title. Clearly, titles are important, so if an author or a story has a title, it reveals important aspects of that document. So you could do that. Whenever you have it, I'll just say create an alert, and there it is. I want to show you from the user side what it looks like. I'm going to my Gmail account, and you could put Google Alert. And these are all hits that I've gotten. As late, or as recent as 12:41, 9 minutes ago. All of these Google Alerts. You can go here, it'll give you the Google Alert. You can edit your alert, but these are alerts that I have. The Model Minority Stereotype Project, clearly, model minority is something that I do research on, and you have different alerts. Here's an example where you could do all in title. Here's examples of all in title Google Scholar alerts. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just click on this one. Here you have an example, and it populated a model minority employment challenges faced by Asian women in the U.S. modeling industry. And there you have it. You have an article, and you can tell this was published fall 2018, but it's showing up really recent. We all know from a publishing side, it was 2018, but it's 2020 that it's showing up. And the reason it could be is this NYSBA didn't publish it online, but it was, developing the PDF or what have you. But at any rate, this really is a great tool. And I'll give you an example of why I use Google Alerts. I use Google Alerts because Google crawls the internet and the interweb, all of these various spaces, and it does so well. It does it so well and so deeply that you will find that you'll get a Google alert for an article before your library, your university library, has it. So you could search a database, and it will not show an article, but you'll get a direct link to the Sage or the Emerald, whatever database publisher you have it, Taylor and Francis, what have you. And I've gotten that countless times. And in a day and age where to be a leading scholar, you need to know, when reports are released. This helps. This tool helps to have the latest. I would say you can set up your Google Alert as it happens. If you want your Google Alerts, I'll give you an example. Oops, sorry. Google Alerts as it happens, or if you want it a digest. I do it as it happens. I don't know. My Gmail inbox hasn't been, filled up. So I like it as it happens. But you can have it digested if everyone, does their email differently. There was a time when I was really, I tried to, have my inbox organized by folders, but it just became too much to handle. So I don't mind this. As well as in Gmail on my phone, or here, it's easy to search an email. So you could, you can search even just like I did, Google Alert, and it will show you all of these examples, right? So in a nutshell, Google Alerts allow you to stay on top of a certain search term or phrase, and it does that research for you, certainly in a narrow way, but it's helpful because you're a busy person. You have other things you are doing, and this is just one tool to allow you to stay on top of a search term. I know some people watching, you might do research on, let's say, critical race theory. And if you are just doing a cold Google search, look at all these results. You could, in the past hour, critical race theory, 51 minutes ago, all of this came, right? So if you were to set up a Google alert, you could delimit it. You might say, let's see, go back to mine. You could say critical race theory and Asian American. And see, here you go. You had, that was the same, well, when we just did a Google search, and it's scrubbing and finding Asian American communities. So instead of getting all of those 24 million or what billion examples, your Google alert would give you this. And then, as I mentioned, do you want, as it happens, that's what I do. But do you want it in a digest form, a daily digest or a weekly digest? And then you can pick your languages and regions. So take a look at Google Alerts. Try to do it in a way that works for you and your organization pattern. And let me know. Leave a comment below the search terms you're using, Google Alert terms you're using, and how it's working out for you. Lastly, I want to show you Google Docs and how and why I use it for research. Here I have a Google Drive, and you can create a Google Doc. So let's say you're trying to manage projects and you have a book chapter by editor John. So you're editing, you have a book chapter you're writing for editor John, and editor John says the book chapter is due August 15th, 2020. This is what I standard do. I always put a deadline that's up on the top, and I put it in yellow so it's important and it pops out at me. And here is where you will you could copy and paste the email. Maybe it says the objective of the chapter, the word count, and I just start writing the chapter here. Now, the reason I do that is why I use Google Docs is, one, I have it on my phone, my iPhone, and let's say I'm getting my oil changed and I'm reading some documents on my phone. I can easily go into my Google Drive and add information into the doc. I like Google Docs because you can make a copy of your chapter and you could send it for feedback to the editor. It's a great tool for collaboration. You can share the document with colleagues, co-authors. Another thing is you have this feature of commenting. You can comment, "What do you think?" And when you download it, that feedback will be on there. So then you can share it with your co-authors. And you can work on it and see real time. So if you were writing and a co-author was on the document at the same time, their name would be up here and you could tell. You could also chat real time. So there are a lot of functions that I think Google Docs work well for. And the largest reason why I like Google Docs, excuse me, is its storage on the cloud and how it allows me to manage projects. So another thing is, here's my drive. Here are projects that I'm working on. Here is a book that I'm working on. And, again, I could export it to a document if I wanted. Here's some other documents. And I like it here. Here's an example here. Here it's due. So if you have a lot of different projects, I don't know about you, but my writing style is I like to write based on how I feel. So if I feel like I want to work on this project, I can dive in if I feel like doing a different project, I can dive in, and it's nice to have it all centralized. So that's a wrap. I just wanted to show you how Google Alerts can help you. Google Docs, give it a try. Again, this might not work for you. It works for me. So leave a comment, share this video, subscribe to my channel. Let me know, how are you using Google Alerts and Google Docs? And I look forward to producing another video soon on other tools that I use. Take care. I'd like to just close by saying thank you for staying home and trying to stay safe. If you're like me and you're trying to get some writing and research done, please use some of the strategies I've shared in this video. Also, please like this video, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Click the bell so you're notified when I upload new videos. And stay safe during this COVID pandemic. Take care.